Hello everybody and welcome back again. The ATP Nitto finals in London is coming to its end. We have a final between Dominic Thiem and Tsitsipas. It's a too deserved spot for these two great players who have played the best tennis, or at least the most consistent tennis through the week. The best performance total, if you take one single match, the best performance was Roger Federer's last group stage match against Novak Djokovic. It was vintage Roger who just blew average Djokovic off the court. Djokovic not bad in that match. Roger was just too way good, and this is a performance you barely see nowadays. And if you take the worst match of the tournament, in my opinion, it also has to be Roger involved in this, and it was yesterday's match against Tsitsipas, where Roger, not to take any away from Tsitsipas, who did a solid match, he did exactly what he had to do. He just waited for Roger to play his game, and he played his own game also, but Roger failed to put pressure on Tsitsipas' backhand, and instead of putting pressure, he did the unforced errors, and that cost him the match. And then we have maybe one of the Medvedev's matches, his first match against Zverev, I think. His last match against Zverev was not a superb performance by any means for a player like Medvedev. And then we have Berrettini. He was just a worst player in this tournament. I'm not gonna count his matches because it was well expected from my point of view. So Federer did the best match and the worst match in my opinion in this tournament, if you look at the level, because he was way more inconsistent yesterday than he was in the rest of the tournament. He played a solid match against Thiem. Thiem was just in the zone. He was much better in that match. He lost that match 7-5, 7-5, and that was not a terrible match from Roger Federer. And then Roger did his job against Berrettini, a well-expected victory, of course. And then this high-level masterclass performance against Djokovic, just to dip in the semi-final against Tsitsipas. But anyway, to be honest, both of these players deserve the spot in the finals. It's their first time here in the finals. It's Tsitsipas' first appearance in this tournament. It's Dominic Thiem's fifth appearance in this tournament, I think, or maybe it's fourth, I forgot the numbers. But it's like that, when the big three doesn't perform, if all of the three doesn't perform, they will not go to the finals. It's simple as that. Because the two of the three previous finals here in London has not had one of the big threes. In 2017, Roger Federer lost in the semifinals against David Goffin, and Grigor later won that final. In 2018, last year, we had Alexander Zverev against Novak Djokovic. Federer went through to the group and lost again in the semifinal to Sasha. And this year we have two new names, Tsitsipas and Thiem. So it's going to be exciting. It's exciting for tennis to see this play, because this tennis player has really performed in this tournament. And they deserve the spot, like I told you. I'm with my son at the swim practice, so I have to keep an eye on him while I'm doing this video, but it's okay. I'm a good daddy. I have 100% focus on him also. I have somebody help me here so I can make this video before the final, this preview, this last preview of the year. The year has come to an end. We have seen some good, really superb tennis this year. All right, a little about Thiem's performance yesterday against Zverev, because I didn't make a reaction video. It was too late for me. I was occupied and busy. But Thiem won 81% of his first serves and 59% of his second, and Sasha served superb in the first set. where his numbers were up like 80% first service win, and that's what kept him alive in the set to the end of the first set. And he won half of his second serves in the match. And he couldn't convert 4 of the break points he got in Dominic Thiem's serve, and Dominic Thiem took advantage. He broke Zverev twice out of 5 opportunities and landed 22 winners and 24 unforced errors. And Sasha's winner numbers were 20 and 27 in unforced error number. The first set was tight. They were like boxers. They punched small punches at each other. Zverev played solid from the baseline. He did what he could do, and he tried to attack at the right moment. And Thiem just played this normal game that he has done this week and won the most rallies. He variated his game with some serve and volleys, which has also improved a lot. And the crucial moment was, of course, when he was up 6-5, Thiem, and then Zverev served. He made 1 or 2 unforced error and a double fault on his set point. When Thiem got his set point, and that the set was dead after that, it was finished. It was to Thiem's advantage. Thiem has won the first set, and he will cruise on to the second set by playing safe, normal tennis that we have seen, with pure strikes from the backhand, a huge forehand swing, and collect many points from his second serve to where he beat Zverev, and he took the teeth in Zverev's second serve, because that's his weakest part in his game, with his mental edge. So that advantage Thiem took care of, and that cost him the and that cost Sasha the victory. And overall, he's a better player than Sasha. If you count pound by pound, inch by inch, he's a better player in generally. So it was a well-deserved victory. And Sasha has done a great performance this year. I had just 2 of my 4 semi-final candidates in this in my preview in the semi-final, and that was Roger and Sasha, because I had Sasha as my semi-final candidate from the Andre Agassi group, and I had Novak and Djokovic from the Björn Borg group, and it's hard to predict. It's easy to predict Grand Slam, but I think I did a good thing of predicting Sasha in the semi-final, because many thought that Rafa and Medvedev would go through, but none of them managed. I thought that Rafa was going to take the 4th spot, but he didn't. He was very close of doing that, and it's like that in all sports. If you don't perform, if you don't do your best, especially in a finals like this where the 8 best candidates of the year are participating, if you don't perform, you will go home. It's easy as that. You have 3 matches, you have to perform at least of 2 of them to get through, and if you don't do that, it's small margins sometimes. It's head-to-head that counts. Sometimes you count sets and game. It's like that in sports. The winner takes it all, the loser stands tall. All right, a little about the final preview. This is a match between 2 players. They have met 6 times before. Their latest match and only match this year was at Beijing final, where Dominic Thiem won, and he's up 4-2 in the head-to-head. And Stefanos haven't beaten him, I think, on hardcourt, I think, because I think he beat him at Barcelona, and there was another tournament that I forgot, to be honest. So he's up 4-2. He has the upper hand against Tsitsipas. He knows how to beat him, but Tsitsipas has improved a lot the last 2 weeks. I've never seen him play such a good tennis, with such clean hitting, with such a better defense than earlier, and he doesn't hesitate. It looks like he has everything under control. It's not calculated, but he's so mature in his game, and that's a good thing if you're at this young as he is. He's only 21 years old, and he has similarities to Federer's game. Maybe we can start calling him the new. I will not call him the new baby Federer like people have hyped Grigor Dimitrov, but he has a similar playing style with first strike tennis that suits him on this fast hard courts. He's not afraid of executing points with both his forehand, mainly his forehand, because his backhand mainly creates winners. He got the angles. He can fight back. He can trade from the baseline with his backhand, that's for sure. We have seen that many times. I have seen it many times, both on clay and on hard court, and especially at this tournament. He can trade from the baseline. And that's what cost one of the things that cost Federer the match, because he was trying to shoot at Tsitsipas backhand, but he failed. He made too much unforced error by coming around and trying to hit on Tsitsipas' weakness, because as we all know, as both Federer and Tsitsipas' weakness are the backhand together with Roger's forehand. Tsitsipas is returning okay. He has time to just file on that section to get better, and I think he will do that absolutely in the future. He's almost a complete player, because the other thing maybe that is not the strength, maybe we're gonna see that today, is the endurance, the fitness, because I know that sometimes I've seen Tsitsipas in Grand Slam, he gets tired much faster than most of the people in the top 10. But Thiem, we all know, he's a fitness monster. He can duel, he can trade rallies, he can compete for several hours. We have seen that in Grand Slams, especially in Roland Garros, who is it's like chess. You have to calculate, you have to find your chance to strike, you have to rely on your ground strokes, and that's a huge weapon that Dominic Thiem possesses, because he's all round. He has the forehand, he has the backhand, he has the kick serve, he has started to improve his returns, he has started to improve his second serve with more variation. Before it was all about kick serve, now as variation is in his second serve, it's slicing, he's hitting lines, he's hitting angles to bother his opponents, and he does this. And he wins most of his rallies, the long rallies, because he has so much firepower. You never know when he's gonna strike with his huge forehand swing or with his killer backhand a la Wawrinka. You never know that, because when he hits a winner, you notice that. You know that when he hit a huge backhand, you know that the rally has ended, and that is a so-called winner by Dominic Thiem, trademarked by Dominic Thiem, for a backhand winner. All right, so what does Stefanos Tsitsipas have to do to win this match? First of all, he has to be clinical in every department. He has to put pressure on Dominic Thiem, don't give him any space. He has to play first strike tennis a la Roger Federer, an ultra aggressive, maybe rush to the net to execute some points, because I know that Dominic Thiem will try that if he's to surprise Tsitsipas, because he's gonna take him out from the baseline, that's for sure. I'm convinced about that. And he has to serve well, the young Greek. He doesn't want to trade too many rallies, because there I think Dominic Thiem will be too strong in the end. So all in all, the overwhelming favorite in this match is Dominic Thiem, but I will not be deadly surprised if the young Greek wins this match, because if he can hold his serve, if both hold the tie break, anything can happen. Because what I have learned this week, Tsitsipas doesn't lose his nerve. He doesn't let anything bother him. You just saw the match against Federer, that the crowd was booing for him. They wanted Roger to win as usual. He's the most popular player. We saw that at Wimbledon against Novak Djokovic, and we saw that yesterday. Everybody root for Federer, but the young Greek was superb out here. He didn't let anything distract him. He just went on to move and play this game, and he did that, and he deserved this spot. I'm not gonna take any wing away from the young Greek. It's gonna be an interesting match, but I think that Dominic Thiem will beat either in two straight sets, or maybe it will go the distance. But I will have 60% for Thiem and 40 for Stefanos, and that's all I can give based on what I have seen. But like I said, if Stefanos win, it's not a huge surprise. He would have really for sure deserved it, because Dominic Thiem hasn't played a terrible match in this tournament, except he was on normal level against Thiem. But we know that he was focusing on the semifinal because he knew that he was a group winner. He had to relax. He maybe save some energy. He wasn't that clutch and hyped in that match. But anyway, you have to perform in every match. We have seen Tsitsipas done that. Even when he was finished as a group leader, he played an almost 3-hour battle against Nadal, and that was, I will give him props for that, because he really made Nadal work. Because we all know Rafael Nadal doesn't give anything for free. He's just too determined, too much of a winner to just do terrible matches like Roger Federer did. But anyway, Roger shouldn't be ashamed. He's ended this year with 4 titles, non-Grand Slam, 3 ATP 500 titles, and 1 Masters. It's a solid result anyway, but he should have won at Wimbledon. But I think that Roger will still compete at this level next year. He's too good of a player not to do that, and as long as his serve doesn't leave him, he will be in the top 10 for sure and compete. That's my opinion, and this is my preview of the final in 2019 Nitto ATP Tour Finals, the last tournament of this year. I hope you have enjoyed my videos this year. I'm not gonna, probably I will not take a break, but it will come some extra contents, I think, but it depends on my vacation schedule and the work schedule. But anyway, thanks for watching this video. Take care and goodbye. Bye bye.